1999. I am going through some of the best movies of each year that I have been alive, and in the year 1999, I was 9.
Will's doing it.
And I know this is not every movie that came out in 1999, but these are some of my favorites and the ones that really stand out to me. So if you have any other ones you think of, please leave them down below. Thank you. 1999, the last year of the 90s. What a year it is. Starting off, probably the most strongest movie there is in this list, and one of my absolute favorites, is The Matrix. This movie really is like a turning point, I think, in like, quote unquote cinema. Like there's every movie that came out like the pre-Matrix and the movie that came out post-Matrix. The subject is so interesting and fun and like, whoa, we're in the Matrix, whoa. The style is very end of 90s into early 2000s. You kind of could see the early 2000s aesthetic already being established in this movie. The futuristic, chromy, everything is shiny. The Matrix is one of those movies that I could rewatch no matter what's going on, and every time I'm just like, what a movie, what an idea. Just such a fun and interesting subject to really just dive into. And it's kind of like, it's one of those movies that's like every single time you see something like, oh, they're trying to do like the Matrix. Oh, this and that and this. It's trying to be like the Matrix. It's a very, very inspirational movie for a lot of people where they're like, it's like this with the Matrix tied in. This, it's just so good. Characters are all amazing. You got Keanu Reeves being the coolest he's ever been, and he continues to be awesome with all his John Wick and all the things he does. But The Matrix, I just absolutely love this movie. Next up, we have another one of those movies that like, as a young boy growing up into the 90s and 2000s, you see it and you're like, that's the sickest movie I've ever seen. Fight Club. You have to have the poster on your wall and all this different stuff that's just like, yeah, first rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. And it's one of those movies now that I watch and I still can appreciate the twist. I won't spoil it here, but there's obviously a twist. Most people probably know it. But it's just such a fun, interesting movie of its time for sure. You have Brad Pitt. You got Edward Norton. You have a young Jared Leto even in this movie. Very moody film, very like anti-establishment, hell yeah. I'm not going to spoil the twist here, but if you haven't seen it, go see Fight Club is classic. We have another big classic movie that like everyone, speaking of twists, talks about. Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan's like extraordinary rise to absolute fame with this movie. He pretty much made this one and then said that everyone's just like, okay, do whatever you want, M. Night, because you're obviously a master. He's had some misses over the years, but let's talk about Sixth Sense. Haley Joel Osment, incredible as a young child actor. He gives so much to this movie. Bruce Willis, just so soft and soft-spoken and interesting, and what an interesting concept. Like, it's obviously scary at sometimes because it's dead people, but like, it's just a really interesting, like, it's like a horror movie without trying to be a horror movie. It's very cool, and we're just a little boy having to deal with this insane, pretty much power he has, and just trying to get through his daily life, and this is happening around him, and he's trying to help out his mom. His mom doesn't really believe him, of course, but if you haven't seen Sixth Sense, please go watch it. I won't spoil anything also, because it's just one of those movies that just is classic. We're going to the animated side of things. We have The Iron Giant. This is one of those movies that like you watch and you're like, this is animation, but this is almost adult entertainment. Like, it's so real, and the story wise, you get through the movie and you just see it and you're just like, why am I crying? This is a movie about a giant tin can man. Like, but the emotion and the well done job they do with the, like, not making like huge action sequences the whole movie like a lot of stuff is now. I feel it was very soft and very like well spoken and just beautiful story. I love The Iron Giant. One of the top animated movies out there. Now turning back to more of like a fun action comedy at sometimes adventure movie, we got The Mummy. They have a ride of it. This movie is so fun. This is Brendan Fraser at his absolute peak. So charismatic, so fun. He, like, honestly, a Indiana Jones type without completely just ripping off Indiana Jones. He definitely has some things like Indiana Jones, but you would never say that they're copying each other. He does his own thing, and it's really great. The effects for some of the Mummy things may be a little more out of date these days, but it's still really effective. and you are just like, this guy is scary looking. And you just can't beat a really cool, like, archaeologist adventure movie. It's just something about it. Like, you want to keep watching. You want to root for the good guys, boo for the bad guys. It's just one of those movies that you just can't but not love. No one doesn't like this movie. Now we're back to Adam Sandler. He just had the 90s locked down. We have Big Daddy. This is also more mature, less slapsticky fun Adam Sandler. This is like the fun with fun quirks, fun things, but it's really grounded and really emotional at the same time. You have a young Cole and Dylan Sprouse being the son who wants to, live with his new Big Daddy, and it's about being parents. It's about it's a very beautiful movie and emotional at times. But then obviously it still has all his Adam Sandler's buddies in it doing all the fun stuff. You got Rob Schneider, all these different people who he puts in all his movies, all having fun character moments. And it's just a lovely, lovely time about being a parent. And to end the list, we have Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, the second Austin Powers movie. This one, I believe, has Fat Bastard introduced, another character that Mike Myers is playing. It's silly, it's fun. There's so many oh, get in my belly. I want my baby back, baby back. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. It's so fun and silly, and it transports me back to being a younger kid where I thought this stuff was like the funniest. I honestly will probably still laugh at most of it now. Maybe a little bit of it will be like, cool, funny. But like, I remember when I was a kid, this stuff cracked me up to no end. And I still think Mike Myers does some great character stuff, and you could tell he's enjoying every single time he's a different character and really brings his all to it. And I can't not love that. 1999 really capped off the 90s with some absolute bangers of movies. The Matrix, Fight Club, Sixth Sense. These are movies that like everyone knows and everyone loves, and they all came out in 1 year. What a box office year, I bet. Oh my gosh. If you like this, I have a playlist going of all of the years from 1990 all the way up to today with all the great movies of each year. So go check that out. If you could, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you could follow me on Letterboxd, I'd absolutely love that app. I really love making these, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them. What was your favorite movie of 1999? Please leave it down below. See you guys later.